What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Omniheroes video. Okay guys, we are now here with the event called the Abyss Crusade. Before I start, real quick, before I start this whole event, I want to let you guys know there are limited offers currently available. No, sorry, not there. Right here, limited offer, this chest. For the whales and for those who are going to be purchasing from here, there is two packages that you guys don't see. I purchased them in order to stay competitive because the other whales did as well. So I got to even out the playing field. There is a pack to do 50 tries on the boss, and there's two packs to do 6 and 6. Just so you guys are aware, those are going to be available to whales. Also for free to play. If you plan to do semi-okay in this event, you're most likely going to have to go to this Abyss shop right over here and purchase out these weekly 10 out of 10 Abyss tries. Just so you guys are aware, okay? This is what's going to... If you're wondering why the hell somebody did so well and you're in the bottom, chances are they bought that package. Also, of course, their team might be really good too. So, let's talk about that and let's get into that. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about the teams and how you guys can do well and what I did in order to fight this boss. So, I recorded this video originally with a full explanation. I'm at it again. I explained in my first summoning video that this happened. My mic was off, but I'm going to show you guys what I did. You guys can see I'm still first place over here. Second place is catching up, but I'm pretty sure this is where they're going to stop. And we're going to show you guys what we're doing and how we're getting there, okay? So zone rank, you guys can see I'm still first place, even in my zone. Inhumed here, who's actually part of my guild. We're actually going to change our name, but shout out to Inhumed for you for getting 406. That's incredible. We're going to be looking at hard mode specifically. I could not get into Nightmare because I had to do hard, but you guys can see here the guys in Nightmare mode have quite a bit of power over me. So my highest power is 276. The highest power here is 704. These guys at Eden have always been trying to recruit me. I'd never go because I gotta roll with my boys. Okay, so shout out to Red Ox for doing this as well, though. By the way, he is in my guild. He did number 5. He's 5th place right now in this. I didn't do Nightmare because I just wanted to get you guys there. But you know what? We can even try Nightmare. Actually, no, that wouldn't make any sense because then I'd lose all my points. So, anyways, I'll show you guys how hard mode works, okay, and how I should have done all my turns on Nightmare, but that's okay. We'll do this one. So this is the team I used and how I did it, okay? And I'm going to explain the fight to you guys first. So the first thing you guys need to know is you should go to the guide and it explains to you how this works. So the boss itself has a leech skill. The more it leeches off of you, the less points you get. At the end of the battle, based on your performance of how much damage you did to the boss and the minions, you're going to get a point status set on you. Now, if you let leech happen, you lose points. Okay, so what do they recommend? They recommend units with Vital Drain. Catherine, for example, who has that, the new unit. Healing reduction, so that he heals for less, or just have a shield in general to counter Bastian's or Bassatan's leech. Okay, so he looks like a badass, by the way. His skills, pretty straightforward. Has 100% leech rate, applies 50% damage reduction on all allies for 1 turn. He uses a pincer, randomly attacking an ally for 60%. Unleashes a backline damage for 100% damage. This is his main special here. Triggers a magnum eruption underneath, doing 200% damage to all enemies, so make sure your shield is up. And then, of course, Bassatan summons 2 Abyssal Colossus every 3 rounds. They can be killed, by the way, so you do want to do that. So, what team did I use and what did I accomplish? So, here is my team highest score. 9738. Now, how the score is calculated, unfortunately, I can't give you that formula. I can tell you now, though, every time he's leeched or had the ability to leech, because I tested with non-shield teams, my score came way lower. This was with a full shield team and full ethereal team. Actually, that's not true. 4 ethereals and 1 Macaria. So let me show you guys how this works out. Okay, so this team here is the main team you want to work with if you have the setup for it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a few different combinations. This here is going to be probably your best one here, with Ellie's also a very good choice. So going either full ethereals for burst damage, this is going to give you the shield option as well. The reason why you have shields here is Katrina here alone gives you a shield with her active, active or her passive, I forgot which one. Either way, you get a shield from her. Let me just remind myself all of a sudden. I forgot. I think it's this over here. Yep, here you go. After an ally lands a crit, she applies a shield effect of 50% of her own HP to all allies. So very important for with a full crit team to have a shield up at all times. She does that for you. It's very, very easy, very straightforward. Now, Ellie, of course, is here for adding more damage with dots. So the more control effects or dots the boss has, the more damage you do. Where those debuffs come from is going to be Dorabella, who does physical damage reduction as well as magic damage reduction. And then Karnak and Mestima are here for damage, healing, and shielding as well. Now, if you add Makaria in this battle, you're now adding an extra 50% more on her passive to your shield. The Makaria is deployed, increases the shield effect of all allies by 50%. This lasts the entire battle, okay? If you could get her to second passive, you actually absorb damage in place of HP, which is incredible. So this team here is the optimal team. Relic-wise, you don't have to use these relics. They're not a necessity. You can remove Leviathan here and put in the Bone Saw, for example, which is actually great for more damage because it has physical damage reduction on the boss. And then Excalibur and the Horn work really well here as well too. But other good options if you're using epics are going to be just have the Ethereal one right here. Right, increases the damage for each ethereal by 20% and does random damage to 2 enemies. Really good one to have as well because the synergies get the HP share. And then if you need a healing one, you can of course use the healing salve here. Another really good one here that's very, very useful is going to be the Avengers Blades of Chaos. If you get the passive here, it gives you a holy shield, so it gives you an opportunity to also avoid damage and leech there too. So very important, guys, to have yourself a shield team. All right, Katarina can fit in any team. Put her in if you have her passive, you're good to go. Okay, this will pretty much keep you alive. So let's look at the battle real quick. You guys can see how it turns out. Now I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna give you guys a couple rounds so you guys can see the look and feel of it. I'll put ×3, and you guys can kind of just watch and see how this unfolds. Okay, Holy Shield is popped already, all gone right away. But you can see my shield is up already, right? And now look, the shield keeps recovering because every time Katarina has her passive going, and if somebody lands a crit, the shield just recovers. So look how many crits I'm doing, and look at my shield just recover. It's imperative for this boss to have that going, okay? Because again, if you're running a full crit team like I'm running, your shield's never going to drop, and your points are going to skyrocket because of it, and that's what you want. You want to ideally have Katarina pretty much feed you your shield on a constant basis based off of your strikes that you're doing, your critical strikes that you're doing on the boss or the enemies, right? And this way you're never going to lose your shield, guys. So try to build her. I've been saying this from pretty much from day one, that she's one of the most pivotal pieces on any team. You absolutely want her for PvE, PvP mode, anything. Katarina is going to run a lot of your teams for you and continue giving you those necessary buffs and necessary damage that you need to continue succeeding in all modes in this game, okay? So just so you guys are aware, you don't even need angels and demons if you run a good faction unit such as her with like Valianters, or even just a full ethereal team with Anubia, Ellie, etc. You guys can do really well. So let's just go through this. You guys can see why it's important to kill these ads as well with AoE, because if you don't, they add a lot of AoE damage to you, and your shield will actually deplete a lot quicker. So very important to note that, okay? So now, you guys saw my highest score. You guys know what it is. It was 9783, I think. I'm positive I can probably do more. I just haven't had a chance to do play around with too many teams because I was trying to make a video for you guys. I think this would probably translate very well in... look at that, kill both of those guys there. This would probably translate really well as well inside a Nightmare mode as well, too. This team should do just as well in there. So you can see here, again, we're at 6 rounds. Shield is fully up. So again, the relics, I gave you guys really good options for the relics. Use those options. She is going to be your main shielder because again, she gives you a shield every single time you do a crit, and that's important. So that's why she works so well with Ethereals, because they're a crit team. And then if you have Makaria with her passive, guys, you're set for quite some time to keep that up. All right, so there you guys have it. That's going to be the run. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. I'm not going to wait the full 15 rounds. It's way too long. But let's see what the score looks like. 9491. So close. It's close to my highest. RNG will always play a factor there, guys. So there you guys have it. That is the number right here, 9738. I was only a couple hundred scores off, so not too shabby. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Best of luck. Let me know what teams you've used if you've had success. I'm curious to see what other variations people are using. Remember, Mystifiers will work here as well, but you just need to make sure you have a shield active at all times, and that's why Katarina will be your best friend almost on any team. Okay guys, this is Payne. Talk to you in the next one.